Some IELTS speaking topics seem a bit difficult for test takers, and in this video we are going to discuss one of such topics. If you want to know more about IELTS, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Today we are going to discuss one topic which is not actually very difficult, but a little bit tricky. This cue card is: describe a movie you would like to watch again. You should say when you saw this movie, with whom you saw this movie, what the movie is about, and why do you want to watch this movie again. So the first point is actually very important: why you want to watch this movie again. You need a reason why this movie is important to you, why you watch it again and again. It can be a love story, it can be something motivational, it can be something sad that reminds you about your past experience. Now let's look at one model answer that I have prepared to you. Usually I divide my answer into three parts: introduction, main part, and conclusion. Sometimes instead of the introduction part I use the hook. The hook is when you say something interesting at the beginning of your speech and you draw the listener's attention. For example, if you start with the introduction, you can say, I'm fond of watching movies. As soon as I have some time, I try to find an interesting movie and relax in the evening by watching it with popcorn. Or you can use a hook. You can say, some movies have changed my life and made me a different person. So you can start your speech by hooking the attention of the listener, in this case the examiner. Let's go to the main part. So here we should say with whom we saw this movie, when we saw this movie, and why we want to watch this again. The last point should be highlighted in the conclusion as well, because again, we don't describe any ordinary movie. We want to highlight something important. Today I want to tell you about my favorite movie. This movie is The Pursuit of Happiness. I watched this movie a long time ago with my grandfather. He convinced me that this film is one of those that every person should watch at least one in his life. In truth, I can do it every day. But since I don't have much time, I can watch it only on special days when I lack motivation. It's good not to repeat the same words again and again, and instead replace them with some synonyms or some universal words that can substitute almost each word in the speech. For example, the verb to do can substitute all other verbs. So I say here, every person should watch this at least once in their life. Actually, I can do this every day, but since I don't have enough time, since I don't have much time, I watch this movie only on special days. So between two similar verbs, to watch, I use to do. Let's continue. This film is just about that, about the motivation to go forward, about never giving up hope, even in the most difficult moments, and not quitting what you have started. Starring Will Smith, The Pursuit of Happiness is about a homeless man who makes a living selling portable bone density scanners. But in the life of this man, there comes a black streak when everything goes awry, and even his wife leaves him. He is actually left penniless on the street with his young son. But by lucky chance, he managed to meet a stockbroker, learn about the stock exchange, and plunge into this world. As a result, he becomes a successful broker. So here I use the expression to give up hope when you want to give up, stop everything because you are very upset, disappointed. And also I used to quit what you started. So you started something but you want to quit because you don't feel yourself successful. To start someone means when this person is the main role in this movie. To make a living is just like to cover your expenses, sometimes even to survive. There comes a black streak and everything goes awry means that the unsuccessful time has started in someone's life. And also left penniless on the street when a person doesn't have money and he even doesn't have a home to live. By lucky chance, when something happens, just fortunately. Now let's look at our conclusion. This movie is catchy because it's based on a real story, which gives a person more faith in himself, showing that everything is possible in this life. But the most touching moment in this film is when the main character motivates his son to always move on no matter what. This is definitely the kind of film that people can watch over and over and always find something new in it. So here I have used the movie is catchy, so it's very attractive. This is the reason why people want to watch this movie. I highlighted the most touching moment in this movie when the main hero motivates his son. This is the reason why I want to watch this movie over and over. So he motivates his son to move on, no matter what. No matter what means, so it doesn't matter what happens in your life, who wants to stop you, who tries to discourage you, you again want to go forward. Well, that's the model answer for this topic. If you have any other topics that you have difficulty in, feel free to write them in the comment section. Or if you have any other questions about IELTS speaking, you can also write your questions in the comment section. See you in the next video.